what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah.
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Your body looks good.
Hello and welcome in to another edition, the Wednesday edition of your show. Got some very body positive talk going on here today. I really like that. Everybody is beautiful, including yours. Remember that. My name is Gary. Welcome to the only live show going 4 to 5 p.m. in Saskatoon, as far as we know, Monday to Friday. And it's like scheduled viewing. Only live show on the internet. No one else wants to do a live show every day at this time, which makes it very special, very different. Like we always say, it stands out. And we're so grateful and proud of you to be able to allow us to do that. As we got a phone call, before we continue, I always know it's a little bit of trouble when it's from LB. Phenom on the ones and twos today. LB just tried calling me. I don't know if something's good or bad.
Usually,
that's never a good sign.
Usually you need a text message to warn.
Yeah, maybe he did send one. No, he didn't send one.
Across.
He did not send one. So, well, we'll see what he's got to say. If Phenom, if you want to give him a little dingle and just make sure we're all good. When he calls right at showtime, that's when we know,
what's the damn
going
problem?
on? Yeah. You can hear voices in here. We'll get to that shortly as we have an incredible show for you each and every Wednesday, as each and every show during that Monday to Friday run is different and special in its own way. Different hosts, different ideas, different topics. It's very, very cool. So thank you for being a part of this. And now, to thank you even more, I am so proud to present to you the greatest camera in the history of any camera on Earth. Five-time gold medal award-winning. This is the Maggie Cam. Look at that. There they are. Woo. No love for the Booker T today. Hey, I thought I was doing a good Booker T there. Not enough wrestling fans in the audience.
Curtis,
we'll get to that.
Booker T, is that a thing?
There it is. The Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by our incredible friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk through those majestic doors, you're greeted by their greeting dog, Leroy. Leroy has the exact same job as Maggie does around here. That's how they met each other. They're now Saskatoon's power puppy couple. Leroy walks you up to the till. You say hi to Mike and or Rochelle, and then the experience keeps getting better. Whether you go to the very back where they have the fridges full of raw food if you want to get your dog on the raw food diet. They have all the normal dry food, all the treats that you can handle, all the fashion. They got all the shirts and all the little booties and everything else to what's the term? Pimp your dog, I guess? Can we still say that? Like the show Pimp Your Ride, but Pimp Your Dog? I immediately regretted it when I said it. Context is very important here. Point is, you can make your beautiful, beautiful pet even prettier with all the accessories. They got the toys, they got the buckle-up leashes, they got the matching collars, they got the greatest cleaning station in the history of mankind right there beside those fridges in the back. And the best news of all, they're open after hours and on weekends. Thanks to Kirsten, Shar, and Chris. I don't know if you can tell or not, but we really, really, really love our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Look at her go. She's just slowly drifting
Gary,
off into puppy dreamland. Yes, buddy.
Can we get a camera? Wait, can we get a camera on the door? Can we get a camera on the door?
If you want to turn that camera, sure.
Okay, just wait. Hey.
Okay.
I feel like there's a reveal coming.
Something's happening, yeah. This guy's...
Turn this camera?
Yeah, just
By
watch
the
it on
way...
there. Just keep it on there.
This is...
crap.
What? What is
Are you serious?
Wait.
Why did we go through all that trouble?
Are we in Australia? Did no one tell me?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever from the studio, coach number 1! Oh my God! What is happening? Dude!
Which way are we going?
I'm coming this way.
All right.
I'm coming for it. I'm sweating. Hey, thank you so much for being here. See?
Good call. That was
This is
worth
what I'm
standing
talking
up
about.
and moving the camera for.
I don't even know where to start here.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
There. All right.
What the hell is happening? Welcome to the studio.
How good is this?
I don't.
So good.
My mind is exploding. I'm literally losing it right now. I popped off my earpiece. Yeah, we don't. This is nuts.
Oh yeah, I guess we don't really need these now.
Yeah, we take them out.
If I said
You would have gave it away.
It would be
I got
funny
it.
if we turned these off and all of a sudden we couldn't hear Adrian for some reason.
Dude, the studio. You're in it. This is unbelievable.
He tried to get here for the 1-year anniversary, and he was on Australian time, and he's ahead.
It's very rare when you get me like this where I have nothing. Like, I'm just mind blown. I was expecting this would be like years down the road. You did it.
Yep. I'm feeling a little, the heart's pumping here too.
Man, this is the 5th time I've sweated now.
Yeah,
we've been sweating all day today.
Had a day today.
Oh, we'll get into that. But what brings you to this lovely establishment?
Just got here this morning.
Wow.
11 o'clock, got off the plane. Mom's birthday's coming up.
There it is.
So it's an early happy birthday.
When's the day?
Mom. It's on the 19th, but we got the party this weekend.
Oh, there you go. Happy birthday
That's
to Mom.
Who else made just you made the flight or the fam? Or?
Not just me this time, and then my brother Steve's coming tomorrow.
No way, so Steve's back, dude.
Yep,
Oh,
so a little bit of a reunion.
And how long you guys staying?
2 weeks.
So maybe next week we can get the whole bros in here. No excuses. Can't use work as an excuse if you're here,
That's
Steve.
right.
Just saying.
Okay, we'll
You
work
like
on that.
Okay. This is awesome. How's the flight?
It was great. It was the shortest one I've ever done. So it was 22 hours.
Nice
by
and
the
short.
blink of an
Nice
eye.
and short.
I am on, in the last 48 hours, I've had 3 hours sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say you're probably just whonked.
Yeah. So come 8 o'clock tonight. That's what I want to make it till, and then we'll
Conk
be
it
out
out.
till the morning. Yeah.
Good. You're on
Dude,
time.
how was the adjusting to the time? Do you feel like it's still 16 hours ahead?
I've got really no concept of time or day
This is it.
right now. I just
Yeah.
know I have to make another 4 hours, and then I should be able to get back on track.
Coach number 1 in studio, something I never thought I'd be able. Even the
Dragon
Dragon's
game,
freaking
though.
out. Yeah, like this is some monumental stuff. Man, the more I think about it, I walked around the Gambate anime convention like this with him on my shoulder, and then it got stuck in my beard and then in my hair, and it gets ugly, but that's okay. We'll put him up there for now. To have the full team in here, see. The thing for me is I set these little goals, right? And I say, okay, I'd love to get you in here at some point, but to have it just happen like this, I'm totally, and this is the other side of the surprise. I wasn't mentally prepared, so I have no idea what to do right now. It's like, how do I do a normal all the way?
It's the same show,
but it's not.
just not
it's
up
just
there.
But it's not an all the way round table. It's just a round table now.
Well, it's all the way around the room.
All the way around the room table.
Curtis, go in the backyard.
Yeah, do it. Hey.
We wouldn't. No, if he sits there, we wouldn't even need to put the earpieces in.
Yeah.
That's it. He wants to zoom.
Zoom in, and then you two can zoom together, and then we got the whole crew.
Okay.
Nice.
We got Seahawk in here as well. The utility man was on call as we finished recording episode 2 of Recovery with Cal, dropping eventually pretty soon here, I think. Hey, when do you want to drop that? You haven't even thought about it yet.
Before I go.
Okay, so we'll make sure we get a bunch ready to go. This is awesome. So we're doing a whole show covering his recovery, and it was an emotional one today. I'm so happy you guys are here because I was telling him as we were talking, it was almost the first time I had some tears on the air, this close. The emotions were going strong as this second episode. He has recorded a phone call with his wife about all the stuff that happened that he doesn't remember the day of the incident. So it was like really real stuff, raw real stuff, which so proud of my boy Seahawk for going through all this and, powering through, like I said, breaking down walls. It's so cool. So cool to be a part of. Earlier today, Coach, 2 and I went and saw our very, very good buddy Kelly over at Next Level Training, NLT, if you will. And I am a guy who's always said, I know I'm tight, I know I'm wound up, but there's nothing you can do. And I just take the lazy route and say, I'm not going to do anything about it. Just, be a man and ignore all of those pains. And we got in there with him today, and we were just on these little balls. We had a lacrosse ball and a little bit of a bigger ball. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, he's the guru. I call him the love guru.
He's the hip.
It's amazing.
Genius.
Abductors and all this stuff, and he's putting the balls in the right spot, and we're stretching out, and I was doing stuff I never thought I would ever be able to do. And he had me doing it. And right after I told him, I feel like it's like euphoric. You have this weird feeling in your body because it's not used to being stretched and properly and all these things. So I've been riding that high for a while now. And then I got this high, and now we got this high, and now I'm freaking out.
Yeah, it's a hat trick of highs.
Too many. Normally I'm
It's
good.
good.
Normally I can.
It's good.
Hey, normally I can handle highs. I can tell you that. Not this one.
You know what?
Wow.
I built this thing. I was witnessed this thing go from just like
Oh, do you remember the
wood, how
the
high you
scroll
were?
stopper?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I was going to talk about the desk we wanted to build.
Yeah.
The scroll stopper.
Yeah,
And
we were
then
gonna
end up doing
create
this.
a master desk, and then it evolved to this when Big Boy stepped in, which I'm glad he did.
All
Because he's
love
like,
to
you
Dan
guys
up."
are just spinning tires, and you're gonna look for something that doesn't exist. Let's build something for the future. And he had a great vision, and he listened to you, and he put all this color together. But as far as just building a stage and stuff, and how much anxiety that you were going through,
Very
and
high.
how you dealt with that anxiety, and then I'd go home high as a kite because I was just secondhand smoke.
I believe it's called
in
contact high.
And I was
Yes.
just like, I was there, and I left, and I was just like, I felt euphoric, but I was just actually stoned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know, that's the way
I was
she
like,
goes
"Man, I
around
feel
here.
good
This,
right
this,
now." I was like,
I,
"Oh,
I,
it's fake."
I always wonder what the neighbors, like Darcy or Dawn, what they're thinking when there's just a big cloud of smoke all day flying out of here and like
Yeah.
all this stuff going inside. Like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Like nowadays, the first thought I think when you see like cameras and mics and stuff would be, oh, he's starting an OnlyFans finally. It is correct.
Right.
You know, because everyone always says that's the way to go. That's where the money is. I'm like, we're not here for money. We're here to help.
Mhm.
It's a big difference.
I mean, you'd help the world with your legs, I think. So if we just
Yeah.
had
Leg
yeah,
shots? Interesting.
like a never nude, but just
Do you guys know anybody?
shorts to ankles.
Do you guys know anybody
Never
that's
nude.
doing
Love
that?
it.
Apparently, like people everywhere are doing OnlyFans. Like right in our beautiful city, people know people that are doing it, and like not dirty stuff either. It's like you say, like pictures of your feet.
Or like gym photos or
Yeah, working out.
whatever,
I could do
working
some of
out
those.
Photos, yeah.
Anyway, we didn't do OnlyFans, and we're never going to. This is what we do. We talk about important things. We lift each other up because each person we lift up, it also lifts the rest of us up.
I
And
thi-
this is just too much. I wanted,
There,
yeah, just
I would agree.
talk to us.
Yeah, like
Tell us some stuff. I don't know what to do. There's no delay. We have no
No, I know.
delays here on the this is crazy.
No.
There's a celebrity here. Like,
Legit, I know.
oh my god.
That's why I'm
Like-
sweating. This is what I'm saying. I don't know what to make of it.
I'm excited.
What are your
to
first-
see everybody
What are your first thoughts when you walk in here?
walk in here? I was going, okay. I remember kind of seeing that you'd shown me that, but seeing this all live and then having you guys here is a nice surprise as well. So
It's
it's
amazing.
But Mom was saying, like, when's the last time you've actually seen Gary? And I was like,
Legit.
maybe
Baseball.
would have been
Maybe baseball.
like grade 8, grade 9.
Yeah.
Would that have been the
Wow.
last time?
Legit.
Yep.
For real.
So
And isn't it funny how we don't miss a beat?
Yep.
Like just surprise, here's your old coach, and go. And then it turns into this. And that's another one of those examples. We're talking about this today with Kelly. Just I don't even question things like this anymore. It's just the universe doing its thing. You just got to go with the flow. And because of that one little move to get you on from all the way on the other side of the world to now, none of that would have happened if we didn't
No,
just be like,
dude,
yeah. it's-
Honestly, if you had that experience that you did with Cal, and then this, so I knew your lineup today, and I'm with Kelly,
You're so
and we're going
sneaky,
there.
man.
We're going there for a business meeting, essentially, right? Or like or an idea, a brainstorm,
Mhm.
and then Kelly's like, let me just show you what I do for people, and we're like, what? Yeah, my hips stiff, big whoop. Like, how's this going to change my day if
Yeah.
you loosen my hips up? And then we do, and we leave there, and we're just like, this feels good. I'm like,
Weird.
you needed this for
So
sure.
weird.
Because this guy's going to, like, if you're almost in tears with this fella,
Yeah.
wait until this guy strolls in. You needed that. So it was a great day.
And Curtis and I, when we were walking in today, because I think we're both a little older than maybe the other folks here. I don't know for sure everybody's age, but
Well, hey,
as he looks over at me,
I don't
here,
know.
yes.
I can
do
tell
have
you.
to
somehow look younger than everyone else here. I don't
You
know.
do have the
but-
same haircut. So.
Yeah, exactly. When you get to be in our age range, the random weird injuries that happen
Oh.
are bad. Like this week, I was walking down my stairs and somehow kind of did like a little bit of a slip.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was weird. Sat down on my couch and like 10 minutes later, it's like, why is my toe throbbing? And
Yeah.
for like, I haven't been able to wear a shoe for like a week now because my foot is so swollen and bruised. I wore flip-flops today because those are the only shoes I can wear.
I mean, it
Dude.
is April.
It is April.
I wore
It's
flip flops.
getting nice out
I wore the
there.
flip flops, but my socks got not my socks. My feet got real wet.
Yeah.
It's a bad choice.
I had a little bit of a on the way into the studio. There's some puddles. It's just
Yeah,
the way it is.
We're working on it. We're
Spring
working
is coming,
on
but that's to say,
the
good
whole
for
way.
you guys taken advantage of those opportunities to get the
That's it.
physical therapy. And
Dude.
you'll
It's good.
appreciate it later on.
We'll pay it forward when we know what the heck happened.
All right.
Very well said.
Okay.
So you're home. What's the first thing you did when you got back?
First thing. Mom and Dad picked me up, went home. We had some lunch. It was pretty low key.
Interesting.
Normally, actually, I was thinking about getting a Caesar at the airport in Vancouver because that's normally the first
stop.
tradition. But it was 6:23 in the morning. But so I thought maybe it's a little bit too early. But on the flight over, Will, who's originally from Germany but now based in Vancouver, he had a beer on the way over on the flight.
Can't let him drink by himself.
And he says, I've been up since 4 o'clock, so it's lunchtime.
There it is.
So he ordered a coffee and a beer. And that was his breakfast.
That's
Good
a Guinness.
breakfast.
That's called a Guinness. So he just had a Guinness.
He could have been, yeah.
Interesting. Guinness did put out like a coffee beer, didn't they? Something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
that's what I
legit.
envision when I have a Guinness. I feel like I'm just having a.
No, I remember Pistol Pete brought some to a party. It was like a espresso Guinness or something. I wanted to try it so bad, but it was liquor, so I didn't get to try it. Phenom, what's going on?
He's fixing my mess up. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Did you say hi? Did you wave to the camera? Did you show the people what's
Hey.
up?
Oh wait.
There's the hand.
Ruined.
Now,
I've
now
seen
you
the
know.
hand.
Now you know.
Yeah, there it
You know
is.
what's more than that. There he is.
How good's that?
Phenom.
Did you think it was actually just a hand?
Well,
up
it's
until
like this
today?
rubber plastic thing.
Yeah, exactly. Gary
You know.
down here pulling the strings.
Very efficient.
The
Yeah.
puppet master?
Hey.
Master of
That's
puppets,
just
if
a
you will.
real person.
When do we get to talk about the big news? Have you talked about this already?
We haven't.
We haven't.
have
We
to.
haven't. Are
No,
we
that was
ready?
on
Are we
tap.
jumping into it?
We
It was
should.
on schedule. Okay. And this will be good. So you don't even want to come up here first. How's your work going? How you doing?
Why
You're all
aren't you
done?
zoomed in yet?
It's okay.
I'm in awe. I'm ready.
Hey.
This is cool.
Enlighten me.
We're gonna do the baseball talk right now. So, and again, I know you have huge fans who want you on all the sports talk that we do out there. They're peppering all the comments saying we need more Curtis Anderson with the sports, but it's okay. We're gonna get through
AJ
this.
on that topic.
Is it not the one we're talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking
Yeah.
about. But his little
Oh.
trinkets too. We'll go to this. Go ahead.
This is great.
Sorry.
14 years.
Yes.
14 years.
Great number.
$500 million.
$500 million.
That's the price for Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Mhm.
And you were a guy, you were staying right around 475, 480.
I was no
At one point-
I adjusted numbers as it went along, but I had my target before last season.
That's what it was.
And then as the season progressed, and then I was
Okay. Let's make our way around the table, starting with you, Coach Comma 2, as we have Coach number 1 in studio. I got to just stay calm. I get really excited for your thoughts, my friend.
I haven't. You know what? I've been so busy with life
Yeah.
for my kids' ball, spring hockey, having this secret in my head, work. That I haven't really digested it all yet because I don't think now that it's done, it's weird actually. In our chat group, Chad explained it pretty good. Shout out Big Crinky that
Big Chatty.
not the big Crinky, but the biggest Crinky.
We call him Frankenstein. If you wanted to
Frankenstein.
call him Frank.
He's just like it had to get done.
Mhm.
So he would have been mad if the deal didn't get done. And then he sees the deal and then he's like, but he's not happy with the deal. But who cares? Like money's means nothing. There's value changes all the time. If you get what you want, then be happy with what you got. So I'm super happy that Vladdy's locked in. What will it mean? Does it handcuff them in other ways down the future? Maybe, but the whole idea was we wanted this piece. We wanted it locked in. We have it. Hopefully no one logs into my work computer, but my login is signed Vladdy for life. And I've been doing that. Like hopefully no one watches
It
from
worked.
work.
It
I might have
worked.
to change my password
So is
now.
that like
That's
a number
fair.
4 life? And like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm
a
a big-
WO.
Don't see.
I
That'll keep it a secret.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
come on.
The hackers will never get through
Yes,
now.
get through
The
that.
Gotta
firewall's
stay
up.
encrypted somehow. Yeah.
Two
So anyway,
options.
That's
I
an
feel that I
awesome
helped
login.
some way, and then hopefully I'll have to change my password now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like go get Kyle Schwarber or something. I don't know.
Do you remember when the Cubs just kind of let Kyle Schwarber leave?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, nah, we're good.
Well, it's like the same thing. The Phillies thing. They took on a bunch of guys that aren't very defensively sound,
Big bats.
but had
though.
good pitchers, and then guys that mash the ball. So there's theories around everything. Go ahead.
And they've
I'm
done all right.
Here we go,
This guy,
Coach.
he flew all the way in just to answer this question.
Coach number 1, again, in suit. I wish we had our like a double ISO camera just to stand him the whole time. This makes me so happy. Your thoughts, my friend?
it's great news. Because if the Jays did not sign him, that's another guy we've lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's another reason for us to get upset and say, we got to restart.
Yep.
We've been waiting this for ages. So I think all Jays fans should be happy for it. Now it's like, done, tick, we need to get Bo.
That was my first thought as well. Where are we at with Bo?
I've got no idea where we're at with Bo. Has
No one
anybody even been
does.
talking
no
about
one
it?
does. No. And the worst part about that for me is it makes me feel like the Blue Jays organization is leaning in to the worst season that he's ever had. You know what I mean? Like they're already starting to be like, well, see, we're not going to pay him because look what he did, without looking at 2 years with the most hits in the AL, being a guy who went from being a huge defensive burden to flipping the script. And what did he do? He eliminated like over 20 errors from 1 year. Like the guy has just done every single thing they ask of him. And I feel like there's nothing in the organization to thank him for it.
I think they'll get there. They had to get this
I
done.
hope so.
But Bo was remember when Biggio and Guerrero came up? Bo was the last one to come up.
Yep.
And he was upset with that. He was saying, oh, look, I'm not sure why they're there, and I'm not coming up yet. So he's always been kind of, I don't want to say the afterthought, but it's,
Yeah.
for some reason,
You
there's
can
that
say
trend.
that,
But
I thought.
I think now that they had to get through Vladdy,
Yeah.
the next focus will be him. It's got to be a good sign that the team is committed to going for it right now. So, Vladdy, great news. We should all be happy. And now let's get Bo.
Not
Go ahead.
to
Go ahead.
chime back in,
Yeah.
but there's been interviews. So I remember when he was a little bit disgruntled last year, there was that issue with his dad was on the staff, and then maybe they did that thinking that he wanted that, but I don't know if that was actually the case because there's a weird dynamic there. And then there was a few comments he made where he just wasn't happy with his performance, and maybe it was taken out of context, but he did say something this year. He wants to play with Vladdy for his career. So he said that. So is that just something you should say in the media, just the right thing to say that you want to play with your guys and you're in the present and you want to win this year, and then as soon as the year's gone, Bo's gone. But I have a genuine feeling that it can get done, and my guess is like it'll have to be slightly higher. I think he slots in at the 6th to 8th.
Higher than Vladdy?
Wow. Did you see both of us?
No,
we
no,
both.
no, no.
Oh,
Sorry.
In the
Sorry,
lineup.
I'll finish my. Sorry, that's
I
my
was
bad.
the same way.
Higher,
Woo.
higher than the value of a short, because it's a premium position. So
What he
like,
would get on the
where
open
like
market.
the shortstop, there's been a lot of mistakes signed at that, like false. These
Yeah.
guys are the next guys, kind of thing, and
Troy
bad
Tulowitzki ring a bell?
contracts and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's happened a lot because that's a really demanding position. So it's funny that they say you're overpaying a first baseman, but you kind of know what you're going to get at first base. You're going to get someone that should be there for a while.
Gold glove. No one talks about
But
it.
shortstop, a little bit more risk, a little bit more injury prone or susceptible to injury. So I think he should slide in right now at value as the 6th highest paid shortstop. If he was to just sign a 1-year deal, I
gotcha.
think he's like a 6th highest paid shortstop. So you probably have to jump up to the current 3rd, and then as years go by, he'll drop down the
Down.
list. But it's just that's what it will probably take, and maybe the Jays don't have the funds. Obviously, they do if they can pay a man
Half
a
billion
billion
dollars.
a lot of money, dude.
A lot of money.
This is the all the way around table, the just round table edition, because the all the way part is in the house. We got Coach 1, we got Coach 2. We also have Curtis Anderson in the house. We have the Seahawk hanging out, and we have the Phenom on the 1s and 2s, Simon Hyatt from Living Skies. Can I say that? Can we just talk about that real
Well, I'm
quick?
from Staying Wild,
Thank
which
you.
is
That's
the
what
show
Staying
that
Wild,
is filmed at
Living
Sky.
Skies. I should have been better prepped.
That's
but you
okay.
know
No
me.
worries at all. There's a lot going on today, man.
It's crazy.
You're still upright. That's an achievement.
I'm all over the place. Huge debut. We'll start our debut season premiere, is what it was.
For Staying Wild.
Yes.
Yeah, we had that on Monday night. That was great.
Look at-
We had we had a little private event for the cast and crew,
Yeah,
and
so fun.
it was great. And then we're doing it again next week, which is actually the first episode that I've written for the show that's premiering. So
I have so many questions about that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we got it out there because
Yeah.
I'm trying to reset, let everyone know what's going on. I'm trying
10
to
p.m. Monday
I'm
night.
trying to wrangle in my thoughts,
City
right?
TV.
This is what's going on. Now, Simon Hyatt, your thoughts on the Blue Jays spending a $500 million.
Yeah.
on Vladdy Senior's son.
I feel like because the way sports talk shows work, I should be taking a contrarian position to you guys and saying it's an outrage and this is ridiculous and those poor
Hey,
Rogers
No room
people.
for no room for PDs around here, bro. Don't worry about that.
No, I think it was the move that I agree though. It's the move that had to be done. They had to lock this guy up. He's the face of the franchise for the first 60, 70 years of this franchise.
Yep.
He's already kind of in that realm, and he will move firmly into that realm because he's going to be there for the rest of his career. And you're right, $500 million, it doesn't matter. It's all kind of imaginary money when you're dealing with people that have this kind of money, and it's fantastic. And the Blue Jays had to do it.
I find the people that complain about size of contracts are the same people that just need something to complain about.
And it's the people that think, well, if the salaries were lower, then our ticket prices would be lower. No, they would not
works.
be. You don't understand economics and how owners think.
So many angles working into that. Yeah.
And
I suffer from those people because I know that if I have a pie in front of me, right, and there's pieces to that pie, I feel that if someone takes half the pie, then my portion will be less. So people think that it's like, well, they have this much dedicated, that means there'll be less for everything else. That's how I think always, and I don't think it's true.
Yeah.
So
I'm a former employee of Rogers. I'm not upset that he got $500 million.
You were basically a member of the team.
Twice. I worked at the video store too.
Oh, no way.
Oh yeah,
Avenue
actually,
P and 22nd Street,
Throwback.
baby, back in the late 90s.
Dude, that's
a good time.
Man, I'm in talks with a buddy right now about bringing a segment on board on this very show, talking about like remember when. I don't know, it's like a working title, but remember when we had video stores? And I got a couple dudes and CD stores as well. So I got guys lined up from a CD store, or I guess cassette record store.
record
Jeez.
store.
And a couple guys from a VHS like rental store. And we're gonna get some stories going in on that because
Excellent.
man, there's a lot of stuff that we don't have anymore in our lives.
Yeah.
Be kind.
Rewind. Unless you want to pay a $2 charge. Can you imagine trying to explain that to somebody nowadays?
Yeah.
Hey,
We used
like,
to have these machines behind
Yes.
the counter.
it's only
Their
job.
only job was to rewind videotapes because people weren't kind.
And the
didn't
best part,
rewind.
if they didn't rewind it, you get to charge them for
Yeah, we
Shout
didn't
out
charge.
to
Very kind
my
of you.
cousin Shannon Zeman.
Nice.
Now Shannon Billable worked at Family Video, and I
Oh.
thought that was the
Dude,
coolest
Churchill?
job.
Churchill?
No,
That
she
was mine.
the North End. Their fancy North End.
not
house.
as cool.
No, no.
Yeah.
Pretty
We-
cool actually.
But Churchill,
Okay.
man,
Taken
spent a
there
lot of
once,
time
it
there.
was awesome.
You know what's still
there.
at Churchill that surprised me? Drove by on the way here today.
I wanted to talk to you about how much this place has changed since the last time.
Family Pizza.
Family Pizza still.
How
keeping
long
it
has
real.
Family
Dude.
Pizza been around?
I can tell you,
As
a
soon
long
as
time.
241 left. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
two for one pizza. What is it? The MSG in it, whatever it was so good, and I would eat like 2 slices a day. That was like the joke. But then someone like a rumor went around that they put MSG in it for real, and that's why everyone loved it so much.
And you're like, all right.
yeah,
All right,
care.
let's order more.
yeah.
I almost got kidnapped from there once. True story.
2
Okay,
for one,
We
dude.
we need to hear this story.
Someday.
Context? No? Okay, we'll wait on it. Family Pizza was where I pulled up. I was driving in my Chevette with my good buddy Endo, and we pulled up, and Johnny Factoid, who joins us every Thursday around here telling stories, his van rolled up right after us because there was a guy following me, and I didn't even know. So I pulled up right in front of Family Pizza because our buddies were working there, and this guy came up to the window, knocked on my window, and I rolled it down politely. I said, "Hey, man, what's up?" He said, "Why are you following me?" Like, what do you mean I'm following you? Like, you're behind me. What are you talking about? And then all of a sudden he just winds up, sucker punches me, and it went into slow motion. As his fist hit my face, I turned to Endo and I looked. I said, "What is happening right now?" And then I go to turn again. He gave me another one. Blew up my nose. I was leaking everywhere. And this is the type of person I am. Covered in my own blood. I take the door. I slam him with the door to get him out of the way. I get out, look him dead in the eyes, and I say, "Well, I hope you're effing happy now." And I spit blood on his face while I was talking. I didn't even think about throwing a punch. I was just so upset that this guy just punched me for no reason. So I went into Family Pizza to clean myself up. And then I came out, and there was a full-on brawl. We had buddies breaking buddies out of the back of cop cars, the whole 9 yards. And it was all because of me getting punched in the face. That was one of my earliest memories of Family Pizza.
Man, there are
That's
some
why-
good
that's why
stories
my
related to
pizza
this
that
place.
night tasted a little iron.
There was a trail, but we mopped it up. It was all good. Everyone was very kind. But when you get attacked like that, you know, you got to do something. I never
I
went.
guarantee when he flew here all the way from Australia to say, you know, it hasn't changed as the family
Family
pizza.
pizza.
He wasn't expecting that story.
That's true. Very true. Yeah. That's so, man, when you spend your whole life hanging out in that parking lot, that's all we did. Really.
Was it Max that was
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
It was
Max
the
is
Max.
still
Now
there.
it's a Circle
Oh, no,
K.
it's
just Circle K now,
Kmart
yeah.
or
Max
something.
is
I don't know.
gone.
Yeah.
I used to live
gone.
right there on
Almost
McKinnon.
all
Like
gone, yeah.
basically, the grocery store was my front
That's
yard.
yours. Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah, I spent so
Boom.
much time there. Go to the video store, get some
That was
pizza.
it, man. That family video.
KFC used to be in that parking lot.
You know, that KFC, I was told that was the first KFC ever in Canada. Not just in Saskatchewan, in Canada. Joe Young started
Wow.
his first one there. I was told that, but then I was talking because I grew up with these stories of Nickel Plumbing doing the plumbing for the KFC. So much so that Joe Young invited my grandpa over to hang out with the Colonel. My grandpa had supper and drank some beers with the Colonel and Joe Young in Saskatoon. So I was like, if that's true, then it has to be true. This had to have been the first one.
Was that here?
What
was
did
the
they eat?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Did the Colonel come here,
Yeah,
or did
he came
your
here all
grandpa?
the time because this was what I was told was the first KFC.
Yeah.
So that's where they started it. So the Colonel was going back and forth, and we'd come by and invite Grandpa over, and they'd hang out, nickel plumbing, doing the plumbing for KFC.
We could do a show just about that strip mall. There's
That's it.
so much
Oh,
going on
no.
there.
Oh man,
I
so
mean,
many stories.
Yeah, that's where all the kids at Ada Bowman
Oh,
would
Aiden
skip
Bowman,
across
yeah.
the smoke cigarettes.
That was our
Sure,
smoking
yeah.
lounge.
E-cigarettes were.
That was our drinking lounge. Like every Friday and Saturday night, we'd all meet at the Churchill parking lot, and then go to the party wherever it is. And when everyone met, all you do is you're just crushing booze. It's a different time. Do as we say, not as we do. Not cool to do it. That was what we did.
You know what? I have a great story about Mr. Rathwell.
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 Yeah.
And I shouldn't do this, but I think he's moved on from his career as principal. But he was getting so frustrated with the kids
Hope so.
not that were just smoking on the premises, and he's like, "You guys have to stop. You're too young to be smoking. You shouldn't be smoking anyway, and you can't be on the property. Max has told us not to go there. You need to either go to your own vehicles or go for a walk while you do this and get out there." And then I'm like, "Mr. Rathwell, I got your back. I'll handle this." And he's like, "What are you going to do?" I'm like, "Well, I'll throw acorns at everybody." And then, so he's just like, "Go ahead." He was so mad. He said, "Go ahead." It wasn't about smoking. I just wanted to throw things at kids, right?
And
so
you-
I
and
just
you
was
throw
just-
hard. You have
Sanctioned acorn throwing.
Like, I mean,
can
he
throw
coached
hard.
me. It's not
Yeah.
that hard.
That's-
It was very.
It was scary for me. I couldn't
mediocre.
catch it. I didn't like warming you up.
But
if it
for
means
an
anything.
acorn, I had it dialed pretty, and I would just pepper absolutely everybody. And then
Are you
someone
knocking
came
smokes
there.
out of the mouth or just noggin?
No, just back of the head, hips.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was
So you-
working the hips.
Yeah.
I was
could-
doing
Working
it
the
with
hips.
hips.
Yeah.
It was
Gotta open up
different
those
at Walter
abductors.
Murray where Curtis and I went, where they actually set up like, here's your smoking
Come on
lounge.
up. Get on up. Look at
Curtis,
this.
what's happening? There was a smoking lounge at Walter Murray. I don't
There
know if there
was.
still is.
All right, here's my story. I want to tell it now because we're never going to get another opportunity like this. Okay.
Get in here.
So, my best friend and friend of the show, Neil Fink, used to work at said pizza place, 2 for 1.
Oh my God.
So this is, I don't even know what year, 98, 99.
Yeah.
I am
Checks out.
dating the girl I would eventually marry, and we're at my parents' house because I'm still living at home. And Neil is out delivering pizzas in the giant 2 for 1 van with the tinted windows and all that.
Yes.
It is February. It is -40. We don't want to leave, but we're bored. We're like, come pick us up on your deliveries. And he's like, yeah. So he stops at my parents' house. We hop in. We've got this giant, old 70s Afghan from my parents' basement. So my future wife and I are curled up in the back of this van with the Afghan. We're listening to music. We're talking to Neil. He's feeding us
your ears,
pizza.
Neil.
No. We have coffee. Life is good. We're just going, We go back to the pizza place. He hops out, lets it idle in front, gets more pizza, hops back in, goes to the next delivery. We do that probably 3 or 4 times. Finally, I'm like, you know what? Just take us home. So he drops us back off of my parents' house, goes back to the pizza place, gets out to get the next pizza, leaving the van idling. Somebody, the second he goes in, hops in and peels out. And we were 1 delivery away from being legitimately abducted.
Stolen.
And they
Stolen.
don't even know who. They found it the next day, all doors open, battery dead in the ditch outside of town. So we have no idea, on 1 to 10, how sketchy whoever was that commandeered the
Good term.
the delivery
Good
van,
term.
and what he would have done if he turned around and saw a couple in the very back.
What made you think to leave at that spot? Was there any reason?
That he dropped us off.
Yeah, before
We were
before
just
the abduction.
It was getting late
Okay.
because this is
So-
probably already 1 in the morning. I was like,
The
you know
universe
what?
keep you in
And I
trouble, man.
think it was kind of in the area, and I was like, you know what? Just drop us off.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was on the east side of town.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is on the east side.
So
of
what's
town.
going on with the east side of town? Because went to Shoppers Drug Mart today over near Briarwood, Rosewood,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a place called Brown's or something.
Brown Social House. Yeah.
And there was a shooting there in the last couple of years. Dad was telling me.
That rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just
It was a
ignore
different name.
We just ignore it. Yeah, he said it was
Oh, yeah,
called
something different.
else.
Yeah, I knew someone that worked there.
So that didn't happen.
That
That's
did
changed.
happen.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that's changed.
back
Usually the
then.
east side. Wasn't the east side the
That
kind
was
of
the
the-
bit. That
He
was
came
the
back
calm
to
big
side?
clean up the city.
That's right.
Which one? Welcome back.
We're going to clean up the city and we're going to tell Canadians to quit booing the national anthems. Yeah.
I feel like that's slowed down now, hasn't it?
I think it has.
I hope
yes,
so.
yeah.
That was a really bad phase.
The Blue Jays kind of ended that.
Yeah, they
hope
did
so.
it right
Good.
for their opening day.
Yeah, they did that.
Yeah, they had like the old kids choir out there.
Yeah,
They
trying
just
to
kind
boo
of
the
they
kids.
just said they didn't say stand for the
Good
U.S.
strike.
anthem. They just said now our national anthems, and they went into it. And I think they kind of
And then there's the Lion King actors or something like that.
Yeah.
And they did a good job.
They did a
too.
really good
It's
job.
like not what I envisioned, but it's really good.
Can't boo the Lion King,
You can't.
right? It's fail safe.
No.
They knew what they were doing.
Perfect.
Oh no!
Oh,
There
hit
you
him!
go.
Hit
Oh,
him! Yes, it's
happening.
time.
Oh my
It's
God.
coming. Let's go on break.
We're not going to do it here.
Well, this is what I have the bench.
Yeah, but we can just do this. We can swing him right around.
Oh, God.
Where am I?
Or swing through.
But then he's got no money.
That's okay. I'll
Okay, we'll make
While
it
they're
work.
getting this sorted out, I want to say one more good thing about Blue Jays management, which is something that doesn't happen a lot on this show, that I was wrong about, and they maybe were right about. How bad has Jordan Romano looked this
Oh.
year? Man, they might have been right about not re-signing him. I thought that was a terrible mistake, but he has just been awful for the Phillies.
That's one of those things where, you hate to see it, but you love to see it.
Yeah.
Well, you
Which
don't love
sucks.
to see it.
Well,
You don't love
it's okay. I don't love to see anyone fail. Okay.
Right.
I do appreciate that
Unless you're
management
doing-
made the right call for once in the history of this regime.
I like to see people fail when they're working out because they're in there getting those games. So my mistake. You don't understand what that means? This guy does. Look at this guy.
Making gains all
Ripped.
day.
He's
I
gained,
look
always
tiny
gained.
next to this guy now. I don't like this.
He's pretty jacked.
Oh,
Like,
jacked.
You're,
Right?
you're
Very
just further
impressive.
away from the camera. So Jose Alvarado, I passed him up because he was third on like the chance to get closing duties. I was like, no, he's gonna get it. Romano, there's a rumor that he's got a little bit of an issue. I didn't pick him, so that's my sadness about that. But I don't want to see. I want
No, you're right. I
Romano
feel
to be unreal.
yeah,
He's a good Canadian boy. So you
Yeah.
want him to do
One of
well,
us.
as long as
Yeah.
Hoffman does well.
that's it.
Right.
Eventually,
That's
it's going
the
to be
one.
Orion Kerkering anyway. He's going to be the closer.
Yeah, you know too much, and it's great, but it's.
Holy cow, you guys!
We
I
talk
got,
about family pizza again. Put the mic back.
I got so much stuff we got to take care of here. Hold on, let's get this live read done. First things first, all about business. Okay,
That.
Sign it. Sign your thing.
that's so good. Finally, man. Maybe we can. You want to record an audiobook?
We'll
You're
talk.
here.
Let's
yeah,
talk.
we got
Yep.
stuff going on. Okay, here we go.
That's a,
Spring
just
in your
read that whole book.
dream home. Spring's here, and so is your chance to find the perfect home. With mortgage rates coming down, now is the ideal time to buy. Mobiliarente with TMG The Mortgage Group works with multiple lenders to find the best mortgage for you, saving you time, money, and most of all, stress. A lot of stress. Whether you're self-employed, first-time buyer, or have credit challenges, he's always there to help with 24/7 personalized support. And the best part, this is my favorite part, is the best part. His services are completely free. We love free service. Plus, he'll continue to assist you long-term with refinancing, renewals, and mortgage strategies. Mobiliarente. Mortgages made simple. Call him or text him anytime. 306-370-5804. That was good. That's my guy. Live read. Say, what's it like to hear a live read in studio?
Live.
Right?
Like
Isn't that
literally
crazy?
live. Yep.
And the best part, if you want a live read for your business, it's so easy to do. We're going to see if this works. You think this will work?
Oh,
Come on, baby, let's do it. Hey!
Nothing can stop this episode.
Everything
Fire.
is happening.
There's Mobley right there.
Send us, double Mobley, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Send us a message, all right? It's so easy to do. And help us help you. Help us put a spotlight on your business, on your charity, your organization, whatever it is you're doing. If you're doing good things, we want to help you do those good things because that's what we're all about here, all right? Theme song. Anyone know the
Think that
theme
way.
song yet for this?
Contact
he's got
at dufferinave.com.
Go on.
I don't know the rest.
That is the email.
Oh, yeah.
This is the theme song. Pretty good. Pretty good. Seahawk, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I like that.
You digging it? Okay.
I want to hear it again.
One
I just
more?
wish there was some cool way we could get it off the screen.
You wanted one more? One more for Seahawk. Just send us an email to contact@dufferinav.com. That is the email.
I don't know the rest.
Why buy a mattress anywhere else?
You're not supposed to tell them where it came from. It
Were
is
you
so fun.
guys
That's
in
the-
O-Town together? Because holy cow.
We sing a lot.
It's fantastic.
Don't
Coach
get it.
One's already looking up flights on his phone.
How do I
Sorry,
get it?
Mom.
quick trip.
I gotta go. Something came up.
You really want to see him go? Ask him to do the Teddy Ruxpin intro. Come dream with me
Don't do
tonight.
that. That euphoric feeling will
Wait for
be
it.
too much for these guys.
Let's
Together
build a
again.
giant
Together again.
airship and
Have
sail
sail
into the sky. Fly so high. Come dream with me tonight.
Dream with me tonight.
The other song, Together Again.
The Adventures
Together
of Teddy
again.
Ruxpin.
Nice.
We have been together. You know, at the
We
very
are-
end of the show when you realize that homeless guy was his dad. Spoiler.
This is like Teddy Ruxpin.
Yes, the cartoon.
Jeez,
true.
I never noticed
Oh,
that.
It was
part.
serious.
You didn't
All right,
stick
you
it
guys.
out to the end.
Man, if you're wondering what the hell is, my mom just texted too, so it's gonna be something funny. First, we gotta get this email out of here. So on 3, we're gonna send this all the way through
Which
Coach
way do we
Mazur's
push it?
face.
We're pulling.
So we're gonna go towards Maze. There we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. See you later. Oh, Maze.
Get outta
Little
here,
slow.
No,
We also got a website
breeze.
with a perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
we-
did he shrink it? Did the sign get shrink?
No, you're just getting
it
used
normal?
to it.
Well, last time I saw it, it was gigantic. It took up
looks
like
different.
2/3. Yeah.
It's
Well,
different.
See, how does everything look here compared to on your phone? Do you go phone or do you go laptop when
I
you
go
dial?
usually, if I'm in the office, laptop.
Okay. What about if you're in the Alfresca?
I'll
That's
let-
gonna get it right.
It's close.
That felt like I had it.
You need an O
I just,
on the end.
I just
Thank you.
always think of
Oh, no,
Al
wait, I'm
Maisie
not
now.
supposed to know either.
Yeah.
Al Fresca was a
Fresco.
shortstop
The
for the
Fresca.
Yankees in the 70s. Good glove, no hit. Al Fresca.
Al Fresca.
Sounds like Alfredo Griffin.
Yeah.
Well done. I gotta take this
What about
website
in the
off.
coffee shop?
Ooh, did you bring any Magic Melbourne back?
I tried to order one in Vancouver. No go.
No.
Yeah, I've
No.
also tried a few places.
I'm gonna
today.
rage swipe this one because I'm angry that there's no Melbourne. Melbourne Magic. Great coffee. Great coffee. Well,
I thought
we
you were saying
continue.
Melvin Magic, and that's what I was always Googling and was not getting coffee.
Melvin?
Melvin Magic. That's not. Don't go to melvinmagic.com.
Melvin Magic sounds like a magician.
Yeah.
Was he a magician?
No.
Oh, is it something?
Does he make things disappear?
It was not suitable for work.
Okay.
This is a real.
Do not
Thing?
Google that. Yes,
No.
I hear you.
Melbourne. Gotcha.
Melbourne.
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 Australia.
Okay, Boba Fett. Can we go
Victoria.
back to Boba Fett? Can
Yeah,
we do
let's
that
do
a little
it.
bit before we have fun the rest of the way? We might have to go a little bit over here. Hey, what time we got to get you back? Right after? If we hang out a little
he
bit
did
longer?
talk
Okay.
about 5 o'clock being fairly
Yeah,
important.
I know. We have pills to take. Both of us. I didn't take mine. He didn't take his. We got to get all that done. I feel like the vitamins aren't in there to fill the space that I opened up from all the stretching. So I really should have did that.
You know what?
My muscles are begging
I
for it.
feel like Kelly taught us something today too about sitting. I'm wondering
Posture.
if the new. This, I might try it.
You
You know what?
rip
Okay.
there. Look, you doing chest?
No, I'm just fat.
Ooh, nah.
Like bad.
Looks
Thank
good.
you for being so kind. I was saying earlier, this body was
is
built
how
on
he said everyone should
bologna
sit.
sandwiches. Oh yeah, on the knee, the one knee down.
one
Take a
knee
knee like a
down.
coach.
And
too
all
short.
your back pressure and everything will
We
be.
did say
improved.
we did say we would try it, thanks to our friend Kelly at Next Level Training.
You're kneeling.
I'm just
Take a
one
knee.
knee up,
One-
one knee
Take
down.
your opposite arm
And then it,
and stretch.
Yeah,
we did do that
did
one.
that.
That was one of them.
it's a good one.
Very, very interesting. Bo Bichette, how much is he going to get? What would you pay for Bo Bichette? Starting with Simon Hyatt.
Yeah, it's interesting when you started talking about like the rankings of shortstops in the league right now, and I was trying to like go in my brain like which shortstops are making the most money
Those are salaries, yeah.
because right now the best shortstops are all so young.
Young.
Bobby Witt Jr. He's signed a giant extension, didn't he? But it's still relatively cheap because it was like in his second year.
It
Ellie De
escalates,
La
but
Cruz.
the average is still pretty friendly.
Yeah.
He's fun to
Uh,
watch.
so
Love that
is-
guy.
Bo Bichette is a Dansby Swanson deal getting it done, or is it going to
Yep.
be more than that
No, that's about right.
in that range?
So how much is that? Do we know?
Yeah. What did
Dansby makes about
What was it? A 183 over
Over
7
six
or 6? Yeah.
somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should know.
What is Jimenez getting? What did we sign
He's not
him
getting a
for?
whole lot, I don't
You know,
think.
he is.
He is? No,
He
yeah.
signed a good because he was.
It's over
When he was
100,
with
wasn't it?
Cleveland?
Yeah, he got
Oh.
signed because there's one of those. This guy's going to be legit. So
Right.
it's
He had an
very
all-star.
small- it was
He had an all-star
It was like
appearance.
3, then 6, then 9, then 11, then it goes up to 22 to 24.
Okay.
That the Jays took on. It's a legit deal.
Which right now is looking okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, if the
He's
season
been
was
good.
to end right now, he'd be like the
MVP,
MVP.
at least for the
but-
Jays.
Leading the home runs, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
got surprising pop all of a sudden.
How many home runs has this team hit?
How many has Vladdy hit? Are we allowed to
They're
talk
called
about
the
that?
zero goggles.
0 before he was a 500
I knew they
million
shouldn't have
man.
given him that contract.
I was waiting for that first statement to come out, be like, "Oh, look, the contract's already ruined him." You know, like what? The day after he went over it, didn't he? Did you see that?
He'll
right?
be all right.
Yeah,
He'll be all
I'm
right.
not
He'll be
worried.
all right.
I want to see Bo get locked in. You're saying Dansby numbers. What you got?
I have no idea about Dansby, but if Vladdy's getting 50, no, what? Actually, how much? What's he getting a year?
I don't have the math.
Oh yeah,
out to
no, it's not
like
50. It's less than that.
No,
40 or
500
something,
divided by
doesn't it? Over
14?
14?
So we're
He's
gonna
on it.
say he's gonna be somewhere in the 25.
How many years?
I think I'll take more.
Oh, I
I
don't
think it'll
actually
take
hate
more.
this
I think I'll
deal.
take more
35.714287
Per?
for Vladdy for 14 years.
averaged out. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. That's a Mike Trout deal, and Trout got that 8 years ago.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very,
Just
very
more
interesting.
years. He
How
wanted
many-
to get to 5, so they're like, well, then we got to give you 14.
Coach number one. How many years do you want Bo for?
He's gonna go 14 because they're gonna play
Line 'em
their
right
whole
up.
careers together.
There it is. And I love hearing,
Oh,
like
what-
you
what
said,
do you look?
Coach Kama too, when you said that he wants to be with Vladdy. He wants to be there with him for the rest of the run. That
Yeah.
makes me happy. That makes me say, okay, maybe when management does try to squeeze whatever it is they're trying to squeeze out of him, he won't mind as much because he wants to be there. But at the same time, I feel like he probably has a lot of, I don't want to say anger, but a lot of unhappiness aimed at Atkins and Pyro just because they've treated him like when you can be as good of a hitter as he was all the way up until last year. Like you use 1 year as a sample size and say, well, we don't even give a poop about you now. Like I feel like that's what happened. The
that what
organization
the-
just stopped liking him. That's how I feel. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I feel.
That's not.
I'd
happening.
say, you know what? It ain't show business.
True.
It's just.
That's true. I'm just a fat guy in a chair. I'm
Yeah.
not even
It's
I'm a
just
fat
show-
guy in a knee, man.
It's just, you know what I mean?
Taking a knee.
I don't know
Switch
if
it
you
up.
know, and we never know. So it's a business, and so they're going through whatever process that they go through, and it's super frustrating for fans that
Yes.
follow along to every move. But we don't hang on to every move that or mistake that the Marlins are making, or we should, because that's a royal
The
embarrassment.
list
but-
is way too long.
Yeah, it's too long. But even the Red Sox too have their
Yeah.
issues and how
Every
they've
team does.
handled this offseason. So it's like I think every team has issues unless you just completely up the market over and over again like the Dodgers or the Yankees historically have. So I don't think it's a business.
Was there? Go ahead.
I was curious to know what Curtis thinks.
Yes, get him,
Because
Mike.
I have no opinion.
He thinks we're talking
No,
about
you
Boba
always
Fett.
have a good opinion on the baseball.
Okay? Give me the Coles notes here. Someone's making too much, not enough.
Boba Fett is their elite shortstop. Like, it was sort of an interesting confluence of events. Boba Fett, Kevin Biggio, Vlad Guerrero Jr., all
three.
sons of former Major League stars, all came up with the Blue Jays at the same time. Kevin Biggio has since moved on. He didn't really pan out. But these two guys, the two other guys, Bo and Vlad, they're kind of linked like this. They just signed Vlad to a giant, massive extension. And now we're talking about should they do the same with Bo. Bo had a down year last year, but he was great before that.
Can I add before you do it? His knock going in was he's not going to be an elite shortstop. So he's an adequate one, but he's going to have to move to second base. He's going to have to move to third base, and they'll have to get a real good defensive shortstop. That's been his knock, right? Instead, he's like, I'm a shortstop, like all pros do. This is my position.
Okay.
Then he had a really good year and a decent defensive year. So then the Jays are like, this is good. Then last year happened.
Defensive year. This is what I'm talking about.
So
He flipped every single defensive stat on its head. He
Yeah,
went out.
sorry.
It was incredible. It was a huge hurdle that he overcame, and no one talks about it.
do you want to play that back? What you just
No,
took in from that?
That most of that went over my head, but basically you're saying that two guys came up together and one got a huge deal and one didn't so far.
Not yet. They both need to be signed this year.
Okay, but one got the deal,
Yes.
and you're waiting on the other one.
That's it.
And but it's
Saying-
sports, right? They're not like a package deal.
Correct.
No,
So,
but they sort of are.
but that's from like the fans' perspective.
Kind of.
Gotcha. So I don't know. I don't think it's up to the team to to hire a tag team.
That's
Well,
a good point.
Why
Right?
not? That's what you want. You want a team.
The Bash Bros.
You don't
I'm
want
with
an
Curtis. They're
individual.
not re-signing Bo Bichette. Curtis and I
Are we
taking
saying
this
this?
stance.
Here's
You think that?
here's my
Oh,
I-
no.
here's my stance. Is he's going to be shooting for a 10-year deal probably, or he's going to look to get paid. So there's two directions. So the Jays could be like, let's go all in with this player, give him a ridiculously large overpayment on 5 to 6 years, or they'll give him a long deal, but it'll have to be a smaller margin. So
Smaller amount of money.
Here's the thing: they're not giving it. They're not doing an extension in year for what you mentioned, Gary, because he wants to get paid for the player he thinks he is and what he was the first several seasons. The Blue Jays are looking at, hey, last year you were terrible. Why would we give you that kind of money? So they're not going to come to a deal during the year. I think he hits free agency no matter what. Jays maybe re-sign him. I don't think it happens.
What if he has a hell of a year again? Gets the bat going again, like hitting
like
lead
that.
off, like looking pretty good from the times I've seen him up there. No,
you know what? Unfortunately, I'm with Simon now because now they have.
Oh, I was just trying to
And
be
me.
contrarian again.
And
Yeah,
me.
Curtis, remember.
Remember, we're like a tag team. We
Guy
gotta
in
agree.
Right.
We can't
It's the
split us up.
theory, yeah.
We're like
can't,
those two
yeah.
guys from the baseball.
here's
I agree with Curtis
Split us up.
and Simon. I agree with Curtis and OK Bloomer and Hot Red Peppers.
nice.
The Red Peppers.
Paris Red Peppers of the East Texas League.
I'm representing.
Okay,
That's it.
wait a second. Here's a real life dilemma that I'm having. I need to name my 15U
Swamp
baseball
Dogs.
team.
Oh.
They're weren't the elite level, so we don't get the official moniker. We're the SAS 5 Giants. We don't get that one, so we're a step below. We could probably still go with it, but we get to name our team. Right now, there's a long list, but it's Red Peppers is very interesting. But it's
Swamp
I
Donkeys.
like minor league callbacks and stuff like that, but we've kind of strayed. We're doing local callbacks, so the one idea is the Yellow Jackets, but the SAS 5 Giants is orange black. It's hard to bring in a yellow theme, but with the Yellow Jackets, I thought if a kid hits a home run, I'll go get a yellow suit jacket for them to throw on. That's pretty fun. I'll give the yellow jacket to the player of the game. That game, that's an option too. That's Yellow Jackets. Then the other one is the Wheat Kings, which is pretty fun and local, right?
Beat to the Tragically Hip as well.
Now one's a
All
different
your walk-up
franchise.
songs.
Yeah, oh yeah.
One's a different franchise history, but I like the Black Sox. I always have. I like that story.
Ah,
for
they weren't very
baseball.
good. Remember the Black
But none of them
Sox?
can wear
I remember
shoes.
the Black
They all have
Sox.
to be shoeless.
Yeah, they could be shoeless Joes. That'd be funny if I get them to run afterwards. But we'd all wear black socks, and we'd do the SAS 5, maybe giant black socks, and we'd have giant black socks. Hold on. I also like other throwbacks. These have been eliminated, but I thought the SAS 5 Otters, named after Mel Ott,
Oh, good
his
one.
nickname, or the SAS 5 meal tickets. That's Sal Butera. No, that's the wrong guy.
Sal Butera, the third base coach.
No, was the Royal. Or is
Sal
it
Bando?
Doesn't matter. My brain's on pressure. I
Drew
forget what it is.
Butera.
Then the other
There you
one
go.
is no, that's not it either. I forget the name.
Swamp Donkey.
The Swamp Donkeys was one, but it's gone. The other one was the Say Hey Kids.
What the
Named
hell?
after
Ties
Willie
into the
Mays.
Giants.
So the SAS 5 Say Hey Kids, I thought would be really fun. No one quite gets my vision on that, so it'll probably be the Yellow Jackets.
This was my idea to tie into the Giants. How would they feel about being the pandas, the Kung Fu pandas, like Pablo Sandoval?
So you know
My
what?
guy. Love Pablo.
One
I love
of
fat
the
guys.
11U teams are the Seals, like Lucille. So they're the SAS 5
What?
Seals.
You picked the
Arrested
bond
Development.
down
It
to
is Seals.
lead
You don't know
me,
Lucille? That's the mascot for the Giants.
Lucille.
Their
Oh,
mascot
okay.
is Lucille,
I've got
which
a
is a
photo
big
of him on my
seal.
phone.
Dude,
That is hangs out in the
also-
water.
Gotcha.
Also a mascot for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and BB King.
It's the seal.
Remember? Jeffrey, break out Lucille. Cool
Oh,
cue?
yeah.
And then BB
Yes.
King's guitar was named Lucille as well.
What about the
Very cool.
Freaks after Tim Lincecum?
Yep, I've had that on the list.
Whatever
that was
happened
vetoed
to
as
him?
a
Ah.
organization.
I love Tim Lincecum.
Do you want to really
He had a
go
good
through
run.
it?
He did. That's
Yeah.
Kinda.
And
I
then
He had a
know
good
you would.
look.
We could
Yeah.
do
I
this
liked his
later.
wild-
I should have just
wild
called you
style.
Simon.
When I was hanging out in the stands in
Hey!
San Francisco, Lucille came and sat down near me, so I got a.
Sweet.
That's
That's,
amazing.
unreal. And
Oh.
you just pulled it up so fast. I'm
I love
stuck on
mascots.
stocks.
Don't
My
be stuck on stocks.
screensaver is my wife and I hanging out with Clark the Cub. I could give you 1,000 guesses, and you would not be able to guess where this photo was taken.
Oh man, I was
Okay,
trying to
here-
think of.
here we go.
Trafalgar Square in London was the answer. Trafalgar Square in London.
Would've-
A photo of me and my wife in Clark.
Would have
Okay,
never
I'll finish
got
this
that.
segment and we'll go back to the focus because this guy came all the way around the table.
That's where we're
This
gonna
is
go
good.
a
This
little
is
long.
what
We're
we-
gonna
this
go
is
a
what
little
we
long.
do.
Yeah.
So there was the Thrillers, Will Clark.
Oh, Will Thrill.
Yeah.
Will the Thrill. Meal tickets was Carl Hubble. What did I say? Salbutera? I don't know where
Yeah.
I went there. That didn't even play for the organization. The Freaks was on my list. The Say Hey Kids, Otters. There's the Busters. For Buster Posey.
my Buster Posey
There's the
jersey.
Mad Bums. I don't know how that would be receptive.
Oh, that would be good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sassafras Mad Bums.
Mad Bums is a good team name.
Yeah, we could just a lot of
Madison
things.
Bumgarner. Bumgarner?
We'll workshop that one.
Yes.
We'll workshop. But anyway,
Curdy
that's
looked
probably
very
not- I
confused
need
by
you
that
guys to tell me
Juice?
the direction to go.
What about the juice?
Who's Juice?
Barry Bonds. Like
I got that.
that's it.
I thought it was
Hey.
asterisk.
And,
Asterisk?
and
I thought he was going OJ somehow. I wasn't sure. what-
Sass 5 Juice. I don't
Yes,
hate it
I'm
because
good.
Drew Loberg, remember that when we did our top 5 MLB, the quarter century team? And the 2 guys that I kept bringing in.
Oh,
and you
yes,
said,
yes,
get
those two.
them out. That's Drew. Will be a coach with me, and his son will be probably our top pitcher and one of the better pitchers in the division, and his nickname is Juice. The
But for
Sass
different
5
reasons.
Why?
Or is it?
Well, or
I
is he
call him
juicing,
Juice
I guess.
Box, but
Well, juice box is fun.
the Sass 5 Juice.
It's like lunchbox. Lunchbox is always a great one.
Bonds never had
Lunchbox
a
good.
nickname because he didn't like it.
Well, no, of course. He didn't like anything. Anything or
He's a
anyone.
cranky.
The only thing that dude loved to do was juice up and sock dingers, and I'm okay with that.
What about
That's
pretty
it.
good
Sass
at
5
Sounds like a good
Juice?
day.
There's an idea. Anyway, move on. You guys didn't help. Or
Lunchbox.
maybe you did.
Pandas.
The Pandas. I don't hate the Pandas.
Mad Bums.
Mad Bums is really
Good ones in there. As we continue. Man, there's so many more things that I want to talk about. I'm
Does it
very
look like
upset
I'm
right now.
sitting?
Yeah. I couldn't believe you held for that long. I had to get
This-
back in.
No, this is healthy. It
You can
actually
see-
feels way better.
I was doing the same thing, and it hurt.
I'll try this one.
Depends which one
It
you're
looks
looking
like you're sitting. It looks like you're sitting on the bench.
at. Here, that one.
Very
No,
impressive.
no, look like I'm not
When we tell everyone, gather around, take a knee.
Yeah.
That's it. You're doing it. Incredible
feels
stuff.
really much better.
Okay, last question. We'll end it with this. How good does Bo have to be for you two to think that the organization would like to keep him? What kind of numbers are we talking?
I mean,
Because we're already ignoring those first 3 seasons or whatever it was when he was
We're not,
dominant.
though. We're not ignoring it.
Are you in this boat too? You think he's not going to get signed either?
No, I think
Okay.
they'll sign him. I think they'll see how he goes this year. He's got to recover from the injury.
Yeah.
And then I think he'll be fine.
So do I.
What
I'm
kind of numbers
worried
are we
about these
talking
guys.
War. We're talking about
Whatever.
Tradish.
Pick your fave. Give me something that'll say, okay, give me a goal that he needs to achieve for the
Okay,
team to
I'll
want
do
to stay.
traditional stats. Then you and we'll split
traditional.
traditional. Then you go.
Man.
Advanced?
What
I
do
was
we
coming up
call?
with the traditional.
We
ones
can
in my
share
head.
it 3-way if you want, Curtis.
Good.
Yeah.
You know the the new ones.
Yeah, sure.
They're in your brain.
Yeah.
You could just spout off some random
I can, yeah.
888.
No one will correct
You could
me.
throw out 888 or because
Hey,
that would be.
he knows how to talk
850,
baseball. Let's get in
758.
there.
All right.
Let's do
so
it.
traditional. We'll go back and forth. So you go batting average. I'll say home
Nice.
runs. You say
Give me a line, a full line.
stolen bases.
290.
290.
That's exactly
Love
the
it.
number I was thinking.
You're supposed to be non-traditional.
Well,
you
I'm
don't
allowed to
care
think
about
about
Still
it.
have to think about it.
He can
Come on.
say what he was
I
thinking.
you do think quicker than me. I
What's
would
yours?
say ding dings, adequate would honestly 24.
I was going to say 25.
Okay. Well,
So these are all just like normal benchmark spots
yeah,
that we're looking
because
for.
that's what we're looking for.
Because bags isn't, speed's not really as much of a part of the game anymore, is it? Is that, am I
No,
correct? in
I
thinking
agree.
that?
And he's not a big stolen base guy.
That's
but
what I'm
No.
saying, yeah. He's
Yeah.
not
Where is he
hitting
hitting
tons of
right now, actually?
one.
Oh, he's one.
Leadoff.
Okay, so
Yeah.
on base percentage, is that still relevant?
yeah.
That's a good.
I mean, that's the big thing to watch out here, Lee.
That's my favorite
the
stat.
last- so on base
Yeah.
percentage,
love it.
and then he'll throw one that evaluates that a little bit.
And there's OPS, on base
Yeah.
plus
That's
slugging.
slugging,
OPS
yeah.
plus.
I don't
You
know what
want
I'm
it-
supposed to
what do you
say.
think?
That's fair.
Is 400 too much to ask for?
For an
I
on
think
base?
On base?
I think
No,
that's
that would be
pretty
a
easy.
good season. If
That
you
would
can
be
get
good.
to
I think
400,
That's a good season, isn't it?
And if you're
take
wondering
that.
at home, on
Absolutely.
base percentage, not just your hits as well, your walks and your beans and everything else. Anyway, you get on base, it adds to your on base percentage.
So with only 24 ding dings,
290 average.
Throw in 3 triples. Throw in.
Ribbies.
Um,
Give me ribbies. How many
I would hope
ribbies?
to say 30,
Mm.
30 30 dubs, 30 doubles, 35 doubles would be okay. Maybe not quite, maybe a little light, but I think that would be adequate.
Okay.
Maybe need more. So what would that be for a slugging? That would be like a 476. I don't know,
Yeah,
roughly
that's-
whatever.
I can't do that on the fly, but
76, 460.
Sounds
And then you're saying
believable.
ribbies,
RBIs.
since he's in the leadoff spot,
Yep.
so 68 to 80
See,
probably.
when I think a guy on a leadoff spot, I'm just thinking about opportunities to knock him
Let's
in.
talk runs is
Runs
a real
is the bigger thing
evaluation.
I
when
guess,
you're
yeah, how
in
many
the
times he's going
leadoff
to score. Yeah.
So
Or runs
who is
plus
that?
RBIs. Runs plus RBIs,
there you go.
Oh my
Take
God.
it off.
160.
That's pretty good.
There you go. Because I said 60, and he would need to get 110 runs
Yeah.
scored probably. So yeah,
We need to write this down.
we did.
So we remember it.
We got it?
Well, I guess we have it on
Oh,
camera.
it's-
This is also being recorded, so you can
Scrub
check.
it back.
Scrub it back.
Most people do watch it on the record because this is the time when everyone's trying to get home. Usually, we really appreciate when people listen to this, like Coach Mazer does on the way home.
Can you cut to Maggie real quick? Is that
Can we get a
possible?
Maggie cap? No, do it. Show it. Show them what's going on. There it is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's our Maggie cam right now.
That's your Maggie cam.
That's the Coach #1 cam. I told you. ISO.
I can
Can't
just,
believe it.
Is she being super
It's
cute?
amazing.
Yeah, she
All right,
was, but it's
that's good
too
for you
late.
know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I do want to say two
you.
things before we get Frankie going. As our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center, big day going on tomorrow. Deb, Lori, and Errol, and Garnet, and Aaron, and all of our closest pals are stuffing the bus tomorrow. Stuff that
Such a great
bus.
event.
Stuff that bus. Yes, 2025 Co-op at the Center Mall is where it's going down. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go by, drop off whatever you can. Any food donations, monetary donations. They also have the pre-packaged bags inside the co-op with the most needed things for the food bank. So you can go in there, buy one of those bags, put it in, and you're helping out this beautiful city and all of our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. Rockland 2 will be there all day long doing all the fun stuff as they continue to gather and load back up, because this is the this time and then right around Christmas time are the two most times of need when they're at their lowest as far as stock goes. So this leads right into the citywide food drive, which will be in May, and we'll be promoting the hell out of that one again. So thank you again to Deb and Lori and everybody with the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. Very excited to stuff the bus tomorrow over at the co-op.
Could you cut to me there?
You're on there.
It's just
Can
directing
you zoom
now.
in?
You don't have an ISO.
No.
You don't have an ISO. I can
Oh,
give him an
you
ISO.
don't-
I'll get it.
say,
I'll get it.
You're
I
not
got
Coach
it.
one.
No, I got it. Watch this. You know what? I got him. Here we
Where do I
go.
gotta go?
I got you. Look right in the camera
there
one.
you go.
Camera one.
There you
Camera
go.
two.
You got it.
Camera one.
This
camera
event
two.
also, I believe, is the same event where you can make requests upon donation. Is this the same one?
It was. That was pay for play. I think
And
they
it's
stopped
not
doing
tied
that.
in? All right, then.
Did I just zoom in for nothing?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
right.
not necessary.
You know what? I would like to turn this camera
Cut to
around.
camera 2.
This is pretty cool. Can we go all the way around? Can we get him? Can we get him? Can we get him? Come on, girl.
That's
Come
how
on.
the sausage
Come
is
on.
made.
Yeah! That's literally exactly how far it can go on camera. And Seahawk,
That
you want to
looks
yell
good.
anything
He
to the
hit his
people?
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He nailed
That
it.
set looks good.
We love you, buddy. We absolutely
too.
love you.
Good job. Hey,
Utility, always ready to go.
can I give a shout out to someone that does get no love here?
What
Yes.
camera do you want to do it on, Ryan?
Yeah.
This one.
Oh, we'll go
Oh,
back. Bring it
that's
back.
what-
I got you. I got you.
Let's
Bringing
leave
it
the
back.
OnlyFans
So no, go
set.
leave there. Go
Okay.
back to the new set. It's been used some people, but
Okay.
Network Ryan
Yes.
traded that set,
Yes, he did.
and it's a beautiful set.
Look at this model.
You know what I mean?
And that's the set we use for Recovery with Cal.
Yeah.
Look at him. Dude, you're
That's
like
his set.
Calla White. Okay? It was Vanna White,
Mhm.
Callum White. Either way. So you don't want the close up?
Van Kel White.
It's coming around. Look at this. We're showing everyone everything.
That's the set I was supposed to
We're exposing all the secrets.
Okay, Bloomer.
Okay, Bloomer. New episode dropped on Saturday. Thoughts on Okay Bloomin'? Still loving it?
It's so much fun. It's great.
the best.
New episode every Saturday.
It's the best. And like I told you before, you know you're really doing good things when haters come out and try to ruin your day.
Oh,
And you're very,
Okay.
very well versed in that
I-
world.
can I have the soapbox for a second?
Yep,
All
it's all
right.
yours.
To end off. All right.
Going 2 hours.
All right. Okay. So
We'll get Frankie
When-
going after this.
when I first started my career, right?
It's on the soapbox.
Do you guys remember Josh Clausen from Global News?
Yes.
The old weather guy.
Yeah.
Married
There was
Chrissy.
a summer, I was Josh Clausen's camera op. And we would go to these events. We went to Folk Fest, we went to the X, and there was always this crowd of people that would boo him and give him the finger and catcall him. And I was always like, Josh, what's
going
why?
on? Yeah.
You're like the nicest guy. And he's like, when you have a career that is full of personality-driven content, and you have to go out every day and look like you have fun, there's going to be a percentage of people who are just naturally mad at you. And I was like,
So
okay, Josh, whatever. Fast forward a few years, and I'm working with this fine man here as the arts and entertainment reporter for a television company. And what happens? I get Josh Clausen. Let me tell you, it's tough to ride that line because you have to go out there and you have to be entertaining and you have to turn your personality up in order to do a good job.
Yep.
Because you're emceeing and you're hosting and you're in charge of panels at Comic-Con, and that puts you in demand. And that's always comes with that, like, oh, this guy's conceited, this guy has an ego, and it's an impossible line to ride. And it's followed me from there to the radio station, to Strip Down Live, to everything else I've done, and now to here.
Dude.
And you know,
That's why I don't read the comments.
sometimes it bugs you, but most days,
You can't let it get you.
I just take a breath and remember that I'm the fucking best.
Jeez.
Kapow!
Okay, Bloomer, new episode drops Saturday. So good to see you, buddy.
Wow. Dude, what a promo. What a promo. Speaking of emceeing, I will be also emceeing April 25th. We have Heartworks going on at TCU Place, again with our friends at the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center. And what you're talking about, emceeing events, yeah, you're so right with everything you just said. So we'll be at TCU Place, and Heartworks is a live auction and artisan exhibit that will showcase and celebrate the diverse world of art in all its forms. It's a very, very fun night, as I will be hosting, and I would love to see you there. You can get tickets at Eventbrite, that is Heartworks, raising money for the Saskatoon Food Bank and Learning Center.
You know, I never hated Curtis Anderson, but I did have some resentment because I thought he left Cy Small Island on purpose and killed my favorite childhood show.
Why do you think that?
Well, because I thought he was part of that family. There was
Oh,
just
because he was on
something-
the TV.
I thought he was on the TV.
I
I was
thought
like,
he was on the
oh,
show.
he
I
works,
got you.
that's where the show's
We can go ahead and wake him up.
done. You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
big spoon with the ladles.
Dude, we all remember
I've told
Cy
that story
Small,
before.
not too tall. Right?
Have I been dreaming for the past 10 minutes? I feel like things have gone very surreal here.
This is what happens. This is the magic of this place. We say it all the time. When people come together here, and thankfully to our no dicks, no assholes rule, people just become tighter and closer and friends. Like I look around here, different, like literally different points of my life, everyone here. All the way up to never met before. All the way up the base, all the way back, all the way back. When people come together in this building, magic happens. And that's what it is. It's electric, it's amazing, and I'm so grateful because you guys are fantastic. So Coach Kamatu, thank you for an amazing day. Shout out again to Next Level Training, our buddy Kelly. We'll see him again next week as we continue to stretch our abductors. Curtis Anderson, best promo I've seen in years, buddy. Thank you very much for that. Seahawk in the house, amazing model. Phenom, get us a camera. There you are, giveaway. There he is. Great job to you. Simon Hyatt, congratulations again. Staying Wild.
Staying Wild, nailed it.
Check it out. I didn't give us enough time to talk about it.
That's all right. We
We'll get
gave him a lot last week. That's
This is-
good.
it's very,
Mondays
very
at 10, City TV.
Thank you. Coach number one.
Yeah!
I still don't know what to say. I'm so thankful that you made it in here. This has been such an incredible experience for me, and just to see, being so used to you there, to having you here, man, it's so cool, and I'm so thankful.
It is. It's almost surreal. Meet these guys here that we've seen on, see every Wednesday or Thursday,
Getting
depending
to see
where
your
you
family,
are.
right? It's like you get to see the family.
So it's, again, you're doing a great job. Very lucky to be here. And looking forward
Next
to
week.
next week as
Bring it
well.
in. Oh, good. We'll work more on that.
Let's rip her up.
Let's do it. Until then, remember, karma is very, very, very real. Do good things, and they will start happening to you. Look around here today. This is what I'm talking about, okay? So remember that. Be kind. Maze, anything? You're gonna.
Yeah, I just 1080p 4K's kind of ruined it for me because he's so clear on the TV. This is like
So
it looks
handsome,
the
I
same,
know.
You know what I mean?
Very, very handsome. All right. You have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Fun.
That feels way
Wow.
better than sitting.
That's just wild, dude.
You know?